Let's join Unitarian Universalists everywhere in lighting our chalice. This morning, with the water theme, a poem by David White, Twice Blessed. So that I stopped there and looked into the waters, seeing not only my reflected face, but the great sky that framed my lonely figure. And after a moment, I lifted my hands and then my eyes, and I allowed myself to be astonished by the great everywhere, calling to me like an old and unspoken invitation, made new by the sun and the spring and the cloud and the light, like something both calling to me and radiating from where I stood, as if I could understand everything I had been given and everything ever taken from me, as if I could be everything I have ever learned and everything I could ever know, as if I knew both the way I had come and, secretly, the way underneath I was still promised to go, brought together like this, with the unyielding ground and the symmetry of the moving sky caught in still waters. Someone I have been and someone I am just about to become, something I am and will be forever. The sheer generosity of being loved through loving, the miracle reflection of a twice blessed life.
Thank you. Growing up, I learned what I had come to believe is the only necessary swim strokes: the side stroke and the back float. Not even the back stroke, just the float, just floating in the water, basically, and fluttering some feet or pushing some water around with my arms so I didn't sink. A little later on, my then girlfriend, Jenna, now wife, who happened to be a captain on the swim team, said that neither of these were really considered, like real swim strokes. And as I thought about it, I began to realize these were particularly inefficient and slow. And apparently inefficient and slow were not particularly encouraged on the Mankato West swim team. So I knew that my swim home would be in the public pool day after day all summer, not on the team, which was fine. But what I loved about the back float in particular was the ability to lie fairly still, occasionally wiggling around to stay afloat, but mostly it was because I could look up at the sky and my ears would lie just below the surface of the water, like entering another world. And I suppose a very early and regularly returned to spiritual practice for me, I didn't call it that, I called it Tuesday at the pool, but some form of almost meditation in a lot of ways, because it connected me to the heavens above me and the earth holding me, letting my senses be less on alert for distractions or out of fear, and listening to what felt and sounded like some ancient sea. In the beginning, when the Spirit of God dwelled on the surface of the water, the old scripture says. So fast forward to just a few nights ago, after the rains similar to the ones at the time of Noah and the flood here in Rochester and around, I took our dog Lucy on a walk on the South Fork Zumbro River path. I was hoping to teach her that relieving herself along the river was far more welcome than in our living room. New dog. And it was later in the evening, well after sunset, and a long day of meetings, and my sense of hearing was all of a sudden overtaken, obscured by the roar of the water of the Zumbro River going over the dam. And my almost instinct-like reaction from all those days swimming the back float and hearing water was to look up. And I noticed a view of the stars and the clear sky that I had never really noticed on that same path 100 times before. It was as if I had laid my head back and my ears were covered by the ancient sound of some creative sea. Water is powerful and it is sacred. It is ancient. It's what we are made of. It's what holds us together. It's what this earth is made of. And sometimes it holds us up. And sometimes when it breaks free of its imposed containers, can cause a torrent of both destruction as well as creation of new landscapes, new vegetation, or fertile soil. At its best, water has the ability to take hold of our being, slow our focus, and in one singular moment feel two things, two blessings at once: the sacred earth below us, the sacred canopy of the stars above us, and right there in the middle, something holding us. The water communion ritual began in Unitarian Universalism in the 1980s with two women, Carolyn McDade and Lucille Shuck, for a national convention for women in religion. They wrote, "Water is more than simply a metaphor. It is elemental. It is primary, calling forth feelings of awe and reverence. Acknowledging that the ocean is considered by many to be a place from which all life on our planet came. It is the womb of life. And so we realize now that this ritual was for us a new story of creation and empowerment."
Today, we invite each of you, whether you have brought water from your home, your travels, or from the fountain in the lobby, or you may simply pour from our communal pitchers, symbolizing a body of water or a place of meaning for you, to pour the water silently into the common bowl, or share up to 7 words that describe what the water means to you. After some singing and readings, we will invite you up by the direction that your water comes from: east, south, west, north, either literally or symbolically. After all the directions are called, we will sing together, "Water, Heal My Soul," as we recess together downstairs and outside to the memorial garden, where we will water the earth and our ancestors.
From Mary Oliver. I don't know who God is exactly, but I can tell you this. I was sitting in the river named Clarion on a water-splashed stone, and all afternoon I listened to the voices of the river talking. Very slowly it became clear to me what they were saying. Said the river, "I am part of holiness." "And I too," said the stone, "and I too," whispered the moss beneath the water. Said the river, "Imagine everything you can imagine, and then keep going. Imagine how the lily, who may also be part of God, would sing to you, if it could sing, if you would only pause to hear it." When you come up to share your water, to keep the ritual flowing, as it were, I invite you to speak immediately after the person before you as they're pouring their water into the bowl.
Water is life. We come from water and we return to it.
It is what our earth is made of. It is what we are made of.
With this water, we bless our children and youth, reminding us of our connection to the natural world.
With this water, we will bless one another, reminding us of our connection to beauty and to art.
With this water, we will bless this church, reminding us that we offer sanctuary and shelter.
With this water, we will bless our community, reminding us of the sacredness of shared nourishment.
With this water, we will bless our babies and new life, and we will nourish the graves of our ancestors. We're going to sing.
When You See Water by Alice Walker. When you see water in a stream, you say, "Oh, this is stream water." When you see water in a river, you say, "Ah, this is water of a river." When you see ocean water, you say, "This is the ocean's water."
But actually, water is always only itself and does not belong to any of these containers, though it creates them. And so it is with you.
Waters of the east, east toward Silver Lake or beyond, east toward the Mississippi or beyond, east toward the Atlantic or beyond.
Waters from the east, and those whose hearts find home in the east, Come and share your water here.
The mighty Mississippi. Memories, magnificent, family, and love.
Potomac, the Atlantic, Niagara Falls, bucket list fulfilled.
Water from the east, Mississippi, the Atlantic Ocean, and Lake Gaston in North Carolina, our home. Simple water from home.
Water from Corey Hill Nature Center.
Upbringing, Vernon County, Wisconsin, flooded last week.
Waters from the South. Be Like Water by Kendra Ford. Be like water, run deep, run clear, fill any space to its own dimensions. Be like water, respond to the moon, to gravity. Be like water, change colors with the light. Hold your temperature longer than the surrounding air. Be like water, roar and trickle, go underground, bend light. Be the one thing people need, even when they're fasting. Be like water, eat boulders, quietly. Be a universal solvent, be like water. Waters from the south, south toward the Zumbro River or beyond, south toward the Rio Grande or beyond, south toward the Caribbean or beyond. Waters from the south, and those whose hearts find home in the south, come and share your water here.
South, sunny, salty, scallops, Slurpees, sunburns, smiles.
Visiting family and friends in St. Louis, Missouri, Lexington, Kentucky, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Mexico City family, Chicago sports team competition, Lanesboro summer camp.
Water from the West. New Water by Sharon Carmelez. All those years, almost 100, the farm had hard water. Hard orange, buckets lined in orange, sink and tub and toilet too. Once they got running water, and now in less than a lifetime, just by changing the well's location, in the same yard, mind you, the water's soft, clear, and delicious to drink. All those years to shake your head over. Look how sweet life has become. You can see it in the couple who live here, their calmness as they sit at their table, the beauty as they offer you new water to drink. Waters from the west, west toward Salem Creek or beyond, west toward the Pacific and beyond, west toward the dusk and sunset. Waters from the west, and those whose hearts find home in the west, Come and share your water here.
My beloved Encinitas, California, Pacific Ocean.
Water from the Y pool. Swimnastics is supposed to keep the body healthy.
Volcanic creation, 8,000 acres, 50 feet deep, new land.
Girls' tent camping trip, Boiling River, Yellowstone.
Columbia and Willamette Rivers, Multnomah Falls, Mount Hood Snow.
Sun and moon reflected in water, love.
Water from atop the Cascade Mountains. It's glacier runoff where Team Hayes started.
Yellowstone and Gallatin Rivers, Big Sky, Montana.
From the aqueduct in Rochester, the Jordan, to Steamboat Springs, Colorado, to Los Angeles and the world, the water flows.
Water from the North. Wind, Water, Stone by Octavio Paz. Water hollows stone, wind scatters water, stone stops the wind, water, wind, stone. Wind carves stone, stone's a cup of water, water escapes and is wind, stone, wind, water. Wind sings in its whirling, water murmurs going by, unmoving stone keeps still, wind, water, stone. Each is another and no other, crossing and vanishing through their empty names, water, stone, wind. Waters from the north, north toward the Arctic or beyond, north toward the shore of Superior or beyond, north toward Cascade Creek or beyond, waters from the north, and those whose hearts find home in the north, come and share your water here.
Water that nourishes my family, my friends, strangers, and neighbors. Water from my home.
9-day meditation retreat, Lake Sylvia, Annandale.
Camps.
Together enjoying the beauty of the north, Lake Superior and Moose Lake.
Family gathering, Matt, Erica, Cole, Ava, Zach.
Lake One, Camp Unistar with those that I love.
Northeast Atlantic and the North Fork of Long Island, the Long Island Sound.
Returning a muskie to its Lake of the Woods home.
Fishhook, Little Pine, family, friends, and freedom.
Hartley Field Pond,
Duluth. Memories of my childhood.
Up north fishing, family, love, memories.
Pristine wilderness, longtime friends, Boundary Waters.
This represents water from the Baptism River, which flows into Lake Superior. A loved one.
Water is life. We come from water and we return to it.
We are always living in it. It is what our earth is made of. It is what we are made of.
With this water, we wash hands that have been learning about our faith through art and story and ancient practices.
With this water, we nourish our bodies so that we might give voice to our hopes and dreams and put words into song.
With this water, we care for our church, its instruments, its floors, its habitat, so that life within and beyond these walls might flourish.
With this water, we play, we wash, we drink, we serve, bodies, spirits, souls.
With this water, we will bless our babies and new life. This water, we will nourish the graves of our ancestors. I invite you to follow us as we recess down to the memorial garden. We're going to sing as we go. We'll lose our joint syncopation as we go, and we'll regain it back there. But we'll start. I invite you to rise and body your spirit. Let's build some harmonies and then join in the chorus. Dum 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 dum. Altos. Ooh, 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 ooh. Without the choir, be brave. Ooh, ooh. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. Water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole.